Good morning. This is Reverend Jesse Freeman Boulden, who was born October 8th, 1820 in Delaware and died in March 16th, 1899. He's buried in Sandfield. He married a woman named Louisa, and she was born in 1831 and died in 1889. Her birthplace is shown on the 1870 census as born in 1834 in Pennsylvania. They had a daughter and a son who both show up on the 1870 census. We also can find their daughter in the Freeman bank records in Columbus. Their in the 1880 census, Boulden is listed as Joseph Boulden, but his name is actually Jesse, and he was there on 19th Street, and in the 1860 census, he and his wife were living in Philly. Now, he was educated in Philadelphia in the Quaker schools as a free man, and at some point, he converted to be Baptist. He was born a free man. By the 1870 census, he was living in Columbus, Mississippi. So what we do know is based mostly on Baptist records. He was ordained in 1854 and was put in charge eventually of the Union Baptist Church in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. By 1861, he went to the church in Chicago, where he stayed until 1864. But he was serving as a missionary director primarily in St. Louis, where his wife and children lived alongside the Union Army. The Northwest Baptist Convention in 1864 began to organize and tend to the religious and educational needs of African Americans in the South post-Civil War. And so they sent him first to Natchez, where he was in charge of Rose Hill Church until 1867. By 1869, he'd been called next to the Missionary Union Baptist Church in Columbus, where he organized the Mount Olivet Association and the General Baptist Association of Mississippi. He served in the Mississippi House in 1869 for one term, where he eventually returned back to his roots with the Missionary Baptist Church, where he was pastor again in 1877 to 1881, back in Washington, D.C., and by 1883, he was the editor of the Baptist Reflector, and he returned to Columbus to spend the rest